Good afternoon to my Brokers Playbook Nation. This is Simeon Papalias, host of Brokers Playbook, and I'm joined today by the amazing and very talented Camille Moore. Camille, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Simeon.
Camille is the founder of Third Eye Insight, a boutique marketing firm based out of Toronto. Camille has worked personally with myself over the last 3 years in launching a few projects, but also launching my personal brand on some different initiatives, launching a podcast and see it through its infancy into its first and second year. So we've worked on a lot of exciting things together, Camille, and I thought it was a perfect opportunity to kind of bring our experience into the show and share some of the things that we valued, that we took into mind when creating these brands, and how we can help others do the same. Tell me a little about the 3 R's of marketing, and what I want to do is let's do a high-level overview of what those 3 R's stand for and what they are, and then let's segment it and really give some practical advice to our brothers and sisters in the business on what to expect from their marketing agencies.
Yeah.
How to maybe qualify a marketing agency and if they're right for your scope and your goals. And finally, what the first steps are to get started in taking your brand more seriously and or taking it to the next level.
The 3 R's are reputation, referrals, and reviews. So broadly, that is your credibility, your personal brand, when your name comes to mind, how it comes to mind, what industry does it come to mind, good, the bad, the ugly. Referrals, how most service providers get their business. I know you've built an entire career off of referral-based marketing for a very long time. And then finally is the review aspect. And that's what's bringing kind of the 2 R's of reputation and referrals are the core fundamentals of really any business, and then the review piece is how digital has transformed the service industry.
And it cements the other two.
Oh, 100%.
So review is that last piece that without that piece, you can yell on at the top of your lungs that I am the greatest, I am the best. But if others don't validate it, it's nothing but a silly opinion.
Yeah.
When others validate it, it becomes concrete fact that people that have used your service can speak to your service.
Yeah.
So it's obviously the last and most important piece. Let's get started right from the top. So reputation.
Yeah.
Reputation, you can call it personal brand, you can call it whatever you want to call it. But reputation is reputation is what you are known by.
Yeah.
So when you leave the room and you are not inside the room and somebody speaks your name, there's a reaction in a room.
Yeah.
So and think of it in any setting, whether you're at a wedding, whether you're in your home, and the minute you say someone's name, there's an expectation of what the conversation is going to be about.
Yeah.
Is this person a news anchor? It's a celebrity. If you say Kanye West, what do you think? You think of
his
a pop
personal
star.
brand.
A pop star.
Yeah.
Over the top pop star.
Yes.
If you say Donald Trump, you think of all the things that you think of with Donald Trump.
Yes.
So that is reputation, which leads into brand. When I came to you as a client, because we actually met when you were my client, I sold you property for your current business in downtown Toronto. And of course, that led to me becoming your client, where you said that I think I might be able to help you with a few things. And true enough, you have helped with many things. So let's talk about that right there. So when you met me, you were referred to me by somebody that was of great trust in your life at that time, and I trust that person dearly, which is why we give each other business.
Yeah.
So you said, I'm going to Toronto, I want to open this business. The person said, speak to Simeon, because this is who's going to help you.
Yeah.
So right there is a reputation, full circle, evidence, proof, 100%.
And I left a review. Like, it's literally full circle.
Full circle. So at that time, you said, I think I can help you elevate your business.
Yeah.
So it's true. The referral that the person gave me was true. You helped me. You got what I needed done properly. Excellent. But I think more people need to know.
And there's something there. That's a part of what we're going to talk about today is like these like principles to business that have always existed and will forever exist, and how social media digital presence. COVID-19 has transitioned what that used to and still looks like into the digital sphere. So when I met you, you had an outstanding reputation, which is what led to a referral, which is why I started working with you.
Yes.
You followed through on that reputation. I saw credibility. It was a 5-star experience. Beginning to end was outstanding. But what I noticed within you was there was this like magnanimous, larger than life personality, and being so fortunate to get to know you, see the network you have that you were not showcasing and leveraging through social media because you were too busy. And it took sitting you down and being like, how can we communicate this to those who haven't even met you yet, how powerful it is that you've built in this 15 plus year career. So what we did is we just took everything that you'd built, that reputation, this personal brand of being larger than life, giving back, giving 5-star experience, doing the best thing for the client, and putting that into the podcast, into your personal brand on social, into ensuring that you're just doing more and putting out what you do in a form where more people can reach you.
And the truth of the matter is, in the last 3 years, I have taken our team from 21 members to 50 members. And that's done obviously not just because of marketing, but marketing is the driver. My image that I have created that I believe is true and authentic to me has been able to accelerate everything, maybe 5x, 10x in some cases.
Yeah.
In translating that to team members or team production, it has literally 4x'd our production, doubled our team, and our infrastructure as a result.
But even to that point, like, not crediting marketing, like what you've built is also an outstanding like marketing brand. Like all of these agents that have come onto your team still probably double checked your website, went to your social media, vetted that you're the best person to work with in the industry. And those pieces are marketing. And there's a lot of people listening to this podcast who still don't believe that they need a website or that they need social media. And that's how you up level or survive the next decade, because it's not necessarily the like marketing mediums of outreach, but the digital tech needed for them to verify their buying decision.
I always like speaking to the segment of the broker community that's stuck the most. And it's what sticks out to me, like new agents in the business, if you don't understand that there's 3 pieces, let me say this, there's 3 pieces of this business.
Yeah.
There is your personal brand. So if people don't know what you do and who you are, you will not be in business.
Yep.
It's just that simple. Forget all the tips,
Full stop.
tricks,
Period.
full stop. So if you don't tell people that you are in real estate, if you don't tell people that you specialize in something, you will not do anything.
Yes.
So let's keep it that simple. The second is strategy, process, and everything that goes with it. Training. Do you have a coach? If you don't have a coach, are you at a brokerage that provides adequate training? If you don't get training, how will you ever elevate your game?
Are you learning?
Are you learning?
Yeah.
Processes, systems, etc.
Yeah.
And the final piece is inventory. Whether you want to be a buyer agent, whether you want to be a listing agent, whether you want to be in new construction, whether you want to be into anything, you need inventory. If you want to be a buyer's agent, your inventory is buyers. You need to attract buyers to go shopping.
Yep.
If you want to be a listing agent, you need to get homes on the market, meaning you need to meet with 100 homes, people who want to sell their home, 100 people, to get 20 to sell 10, or whatever the metric might be as that falls down the line. If you're looking to get into new construction, do you have access to projects? Have you teamed up with people who do have access to projects? This is the game. So really, there's 3 pieces. Personal brand. So you need, as an agent, whether you're in the beginning of your career, middle of your career, or senior into your career, to take a look at your brand. Is it what you want it to be? Are you happy with not growing? Maybe they are.
But also you need to look at it objectively. Like there's 2 hats you have to wear. You can think your brand is the coolest brand in the world, but you have to look at it as a consumer. Like, are you hitting all of the points? Do you have all of the things that you're looking for? Look at your competition. Would you truly choose you over your competition without having the opportunity to meet you. I don't doubt that any realtor listening to this thinks that they're the best in the business. They have a great personality. They work super hard for their client.
And they're confident as a bunch.
But if you can't meet you and your only experience is through the phone, how are you competing?
In an age where people will seek reviews, in an age where people are looking for that digital deep dive to confirm that what you say is true.
Yeah, so. It's the buying psychology, and to that point that you touched on earlier, using like the billboard mentality. Like we work with a lot of lawyers in the States that is like just crazy billboards, ambulance chasing to the max. Like you want to see crazy advertising, go to the States. But we're living in this age where you now can be called out for your bullshit if you don't live up to that expertise
100%.
and that experience. And that's where this digital renaissance, and the reason why I call it a renaissance is because although we've moved to technology, we value human connection more than ever. So you're looking for other people's sentiment on how the experience was. And that's what determines whether or not you buy. It's no longer about how great that billboard is. It's how were people's experience from beginning to end, that entire transaction experience.
If I were to see your face on a billboard saying #1 agent in the world, the first thing I would do is Google you.
Yeah.
So I'm not calling you to use you. I would be like, okay, let me Google.
No, not even that. You're not pulling the car over, stopping the car, putting the phone number in and giving that a cold ring. You're driving home and you go, oh, Simeon Papilius, right, I'm going to use them to sell my home. And you're still Googling them.
Yes.
And you end up on that Google My Business listing page. And if your reviews suck, you will not be hired.
That's right. That's right. And I think that's the end, that's the beginning and the end of the entire cycle. So what I'm going to repeat, just because I'm going to try to close off #1, which is reputation, which is personal brand.
Yeah.
So the message that I'm trying to deliver to the Broker Playbook community today are the importance of the 3 R's. #1 is reputation, which is personal brand. If you're new, if you're intermediate, if you're senior, you need to take a very, very critical look at where you are today, at the image and message you portray to the world, because everything that you put out is what the world sees.
Yeah.
It's that simple. If you want to show your authentic self, which I think you should, do that. If you want to hide behind what you can hide online, you can do that. But I can tell you without a doubt,
it's not going to work.
It's not going to work.
Yeah.
So, but again, if people want to create a persona, you do that. It's not going to work. The bottom line is create a personal brand. You need the world to know what you specialize in, what you feel you can deliver success and value on to move on to the next stage.
Yeah.
Which is the referral.
Yeah.
And when we say referral, we don't actually only mean the referral of service. We mean networking. We mean that whole world. Open up that can for me.
The referral piece ties to kind of like the psychology of the buy and how in the service industry, you're judged from how the entire experience is. So this is what's different from product-based marketing. I see an ad for this new shampoo. I buy the shampoo. I might use it once. If the shampoo isn't great, it's probably still going to sit in my shower. Like at the end of the day, I might not recommend it. I might recommend it. I might not. But it doesn't directly impact in the same way how services are judged from truly beginning to end. And that example wasn't perfect. It'd probably be something like, a t-shirt. It wears really great the first time, but the 7th or 8th time, you're almost like accepting that because it's a t-shirt and it's not going to wear the same, that
it'll be retired.
It is what it is. But a service provider is judged from the entire experience. Yes. And
from the big things to the little things.
Yeah, almost to a fault.
Yes.
Right? And I think that's also a problem with service-based marketing is because it's your time and your expertise that they're buying, they have less room like to be okay with it, especially in high stake environments like in real estate. Like this is often their biggest purchase in their 100%. Life. That's actually why you need to be 100% authentic, because you want your authenticity to be there every step of the way. And I think that's where we've had a really great relationship too, is it's always been very authentic. It's always been very honest. We've seen who each other are as service providers from the outset, and that has carried through the entire experience.
That's right.
And therefore, it's resulted in both of us giving referrals to each other. And the referral piece, obviously what it comes down to is most of your business is probably coming from referrals. How that works into everything that's happening and how that turns back into marketing and what that means in a digital presence.
I think it means everything, and I'll give some examples of referral. I have done events, two that you were involved in, the Break Bread events, where these are, so I believe I'm a massive, massive believer of giving, and I'm a massive believer of networking.
Yep.
And what I mean by giving and networking at the same time, we literally strategically created an event.
Yeah.
From beginning to end, with every detail, every single detail. Nothing was left out.
Yeah.
And the bare purpose of this event, just for this audience to understand the extent of how far networking can go, there was no ask, there was no agenda. The only expectation that all guests were giving in the invite was to ensure that they do not hang out with the people that they're coming with. Meaning, you're not asked to buy, you're not asked to give a charitable donation, you're not asked anything other than to come and network for your own benefit.
Come hungry. That was it. Come hungry.
The event was called Break Bread.
Yeah.
And it was solely for the purpose of expanding networking. This is my best clients, my best strategic partners, all in the same room with absolutely no expectation of, what if I put them together? Will they do a deal without me? Will they do a deal amongst themselves?
You were the opposite.
It is the opposite.
Yeah.
So because when people meet at your party, they will always remember where they met.
Yep.
And if you can't understand the power of being a host, the power of connecting people, and what they instantly feel they owe you, reciprocity comes as a result.
But and that obviously was a huge part of it, but it was also just authenticity and experiential marketing in the lens of what worked for your personal brand. You're a very giving person. Let's meet for dinner. Let's just chat. Let's go. What's going on with your life? How do I solve your problems? And you had this outstanding network in one of the coolest cities in North America that you were able to bring together some of the most powerful people without an agenda, and they showed up and had an outstanding time.
That's right. Where they came back again.
Yeah, for the second round.
And this is not, I think, to impress anyone, but rather to impress upon them that every single person listening to this show right now has the power to create a network, already has a network. So nobody's starting from scratch.
No,
because everybody was born on this planet, which instantly means you have a mother, which more than likely you have family.
Yeah.
Which more than likely you have cousins and friends and schoolmates and everything else if you come from organized society. So provided you're not from the Arctic Circle where there's nobody around.
You have a network.
You have a network.
And then you can leverage it.
So most people do not. Most people are afraid to call those closest to them, not realizing that those closest to them are the people that already trust them.
Yeah.
That already know them.
Yeah.
That all the things that you actually need to move your career forward as well as your fulfillment
are already in your cell phone.
Are already in the palm of your hand.
Yeah.
Let's take it straight into the last piece. If everybody understands the power that you've built an image for yourself, which should be authentic to you, you've distributed that message directly into your referral network.
Yeah.
The more you give, the more you receive. And I'm not saying that from a monetary perspective. I'm talking about life in its entirety.
Objective fact.
Fact, the more you give, the more you get. Now, how does the world know? Does a phone book still exist? The answer is no, it hasn't for over a decade.
Yep.
So the big phone book that we all grew up with, maybe not you.
With me too.
All right, very good then.
The yellow pages.
But this man right here was born in 1980, and I saw movies where a phone book saved somebody's life because it caught the bullet. Phone books were like this. Phone book and landlines and all the things. That was traditional. That's how you found your auto body shop.
Anyone.
No, but like I just got in a car crash. I have to pull up to the payphone next to me, call the tow truck in the said city.
Yeah.
Call the auto body. See, is Nick's auto body open? No. Camille's auto body? No. Next one. That hasn't existed for over a decade. It doesn't get printed for over a decade. It was dead 10 years prior to that.
Yeah.
It just took 10 years for the dinosaur to die.
Yeah.
So the last piece is reviews. The last piece is you pull up the $2,000 piece of technology in your pocket. Because I just bought an iPhone for the first time in my life. I've been a Samsung guy. But I never realized that phones have reached, because I always did a plan. I bought this phone, and it cost more than my Apple laptop.
Yeah, but it's also more powerful than NASA computers were 10 years ago.
Which is exactly where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
This thing can do rocket launches or take down a country, I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
So, but what do we do when we get in a car accident today?
You Google it.
You simply pull over, you pull out your phone, tow truck, roadside assistance,
Yeah.
auto body shop, insurance.
And this is my favorite part of when I hear from people that they don't need to invest in a website or in social media. Like, at what point in human history has technology advanced us and we've said, no, we're gonna go back to the old way. We're gonna go back to the phone book.
So I'm gonna say this. When I Googled it, so let's just talk about review for a second.
Yeah.
Because it's insanity. Because
Yeah.
what you're saying is insanity. The way the Google works, or the Facebook, or this crazy thing called technology. If you're hearing this for the first time,
God bless you.
I will try to understand, but more than likely you have heard this for the 50th millionth time.
Yeah.
When I Google tow truck, the first tow truck that Google pulls is the one with the most and best reviews.
Yep.
So before I look at reviews, the system already has.
Yes.
When I Google auto body shop, not only is it going to pull up the one with the best and most reviews, it's going to also pull the one nearest to me that is open or opening soon, or we're talking
all these values.
So technology has not only, like, if we're talking about reviews, we're already talking 10 years ago.
Yep.
So reviews are now at a very next level, so much so I personally invested in specific software with the leader in the space to ensure that my client's journey on the review is as smooth and easy as possible. Meaning, asking your client for a review, if you're not doing that now, again, we're not here to judge people, but wake up and smell the coffee. That's 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Now there's tools, strategy, and techniques on how to get the best kind of Google review, which is a long form. How to get pictures added to the review, which will increase the algorithm and beat out your competition. How to add keywords to the review. If me right now is sounding like a foreign language to you, you need a consultation. And this isn't a push for Camille. You need to speak to your marketing professional in your city, wherever it is you need to go, and get the help you need to set your business up appropriately. That's what this is about.
Yeah.
I have been blessed to have a talented team beside me for over 2 years now, and we have transformed a lot of components of my business.
Yeah.
I can speak to it from experience, and anecdotally of the results, it's resulted to hundreds of thousands of dollars in value to me. And it's not the one thing. I'm not going to sit here and say that Camille or my marketing agency made me hundreds of thousands of dollars. But if it wasn't for some of those pieces, it wouldn't be possible. It's still up to you as a business owner, as a personal brand, to tie all the things together.
Yeah, and to be involved.
If you go and you can hand over $30,000 to Camille to put ads tomorrow. If you don't have the systems in place to take the ads and the people in.
And if you suck.
If the others are broken, the result is still broken.
Yeah.
You need a wholesome plan, one that you can actually execute on, that you understand, that you're proud of. That is the conversation around the 3 R's.
Yeah.
Miss Camille Moore, please tell us where people can find you.
You can find me at thirdeyeinsights.ca. We'll also be sending out a free personal brand audit that you can do yourself to see how you measure up to your own personal brand.
So that's going to be kind of the broker's playbook that you're giving.
Yep.
So whoever is interested in a personal brand audit, by all means, reach out. All her information is going to be on the site, brokersplaybook.com. It's going to be shared across all our channels, Instagram, Facebook, and of course, LinkedIn. Let me know if you have questions for Camille. You can also reach out to her on all socials directly. Feel free to do so. Camille, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. To Brokers Playbook Nation, have a great day, have a strong day, and get in touch with us if you need anything at all. Talk to you soon.